Interactive ATV trails. Just finished up the sheep trail in Arapeen OHV system down the Wasatch Plateau. It's early September. It's really nice and cool out. It's really the perfect time of year to be up here. It's not too hot, it's not too cold, it's just right. The sheep trail, on the other hand, is not just right. It's a bear. It's pretty grueling. It's got 3 or 4 really steep, gnarly, rocky hill climbs that I got hung up on. The second one. The first one I made it up okay. The second one, there's just so many big rocks and boulders that I tried to avoid one, lost focus, didn't control the clutch, and stalled out. From there, I couldn't, I was in a pretty precarious situation. There's no way I could have gotten it up from that point. So what I did is I ended up backing it out, turning around and getting a better run at it and picking a better line. And that second shot did the trick. I was able to get up it with quite a bit of difficulty, but still was able to get up it. And then the last hill climb, so there you got a couple of steep rocky hill climbs in between that second one and the last one. But the last one also got me caught up a little bit because it's so rocky, and there's several large boulders that I was able to avoid most of them, but as I got towards the top, I just lost momentum, and at 10,500 feet elevation, my bike, I just hadn't jetted it right. That's a mistake on my part. I should have had it jetted appropriately. I probably wouldn't have stalled out, but it stalled out just as I was reaching the top. But had I had my bike jetted correctly, probably could have made it up okay. Because I even tried slipping the clutch, getting the RPMs back up, and that didn't do the trick. There just wasn't enough oxygen to feed it. It was just too rich of a mixture. So beware of that a lot of these trails in the Arapeen system are above 10,000 feet. Most of them are between 7,000 and 9,000 feet. So you're going to want to make sure that your machine is jetted appropriately if you're running an old carbureted machine. The fuel injected, I think those pretty much compensate for it on their own. But the old carburetors, you got to calibrate them, you got to jet them. So overall, I think that the sheep trail is difficult, even for a four-wheeler. That last rocky section, if you're inexperienced and you don't take the right line, the thing is that last section, you can't really avoid the rocks on a four-wheeler. On a dirt bike, you can avoid most of them. On a four-wheeler, you just got to plow over them. But you really got to get your weight in the right position so that bike doesn't tumble backwards, or if you're going down, doesn't go forward. I don't want to overstate it, but it really is steep and it really is rocky. So even four-wheelers, I think you'd have not as hard of a time as, maybe as hard of a time as dirt bikes, just because you can't avoid those rocks, but the dirt bikes can. However, riding a dirt bike just requires more balance, better line selection, whereas a four-wheeler, you can pretty much put up most of this stuff without too much difficulty. However, overall, regardless of what machine you're on, side-by-side, four-wheeler, dirt bike, I think it's going to be a difficult trail regardless of what you're riding. Side-by-sides, kind of the same deal. You're so wide that and those rocks are so big, you might high center, you might hit a couple. So your line selection is also going to be pretty critical as well. So that's my impression of the sheep trail. Overall, tons of fun, really challenging. It really made me realize that I've got to pay better attention to my machine and jet it appropriately, and also slipping the clutch. I got some good workout on that. Feel like I improved a little bit in that arena, slipping the clutch when I needed to get those RPMs back up. So this trail will help you kind of develop those skills. But aside from that, if you can make it to the top of Skyline Drive, the scenery is spectacular. I mean, it absolutely is amazing. You can see the South Sandpitch Mountains. You can see, clear over to the Colorado Plateau, San Rafael Swell area. It's a really beautiful area. So I think, highly encourage you to come out and check it out. Even if the sheep trail is not what you're into, if you don't want a jarring ride, but you want something a little bit easier, just take the main Forest Service road. I think it's road or trail 85. And that's, regular Jeeps and trucks go up that road all the time. So you won't have a problem with that. And that'll take you up to the Skyline Drive. But the sheep trail will also take you to the Skyline as well. So anyway, that's my impression of the sheep trail within the Arapeen OHV system. This is Interactive ATV Trails. I hope you enjoyed it.